Hello everyone, welcome to Downtown Tailoring. You know what is this video about? We are going to make lace panties, so let's go! If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. This is the material that I want to use. This I took it from the rest of a wedding gown I did. And I'm using as well this mesh because I want to combine them so it looks like it's transparent, but it's really not. And I want to use as well this lace for the waist. This is a stretchy one, so it will be okay. Let me take a picture of the material so I can do a quick sketch / design of what I really want to do. When I do those sketches, it helps me for the pattern to decide how I will gonna cut them. So it's basically like that. I can change my opinion later if I want, but this is basically what I'm gonna do. And remember that I posted the PDF for you, link in the first panty videos where I explain how to do a panties. I will take the front pattern and I will trace the line, making the front a little bit smaller, and I will do the same at the back pattern too. The back pattern has a curve and I will keep the curve, but it looks really great as well if you make it straight. And if you do the back instead very small, as well it can be a very good design for lace. So the back piece will be, in my case, bigger than the front piece, and I have now all the pieces I needed. Now I'm gonna fold my material in two and I will cut all the pieces. And I will just cut one for the gusset because I will use this knit that I have for the gusset. In fact, this is the leftover of a long sleeve top that I shortened. It's so good that I knew that one day I was gonna use it, so I kept it. I have now all my pieces cut. And before we go to the machine and sew, I wanted just to show you something about the design because I did still a little bit conservative. And I wanted to show you something about the pattern because the way I did it like a fold because I still haven't decided yet what I'm gonna do with the elastic. But if you know that you are gonna use a lace elastic for the leg, then will be very, very important to remove a little bit of width in your pattern. In this case, I think the best is to reduce around 3/8 of the inch, just because the lace takes a little bit more space. And another thing that I wanted to show you is that the back as well, I did it very big, very conservative, but you can make it a little bit smaller. You can go like a kind of a straight like that, and then you can finish this part with the curve. That will make it look your panties sexier. You know, and as well you can make it with the string, and that will be very good for a lot of people too. And this will be my pieces if I wanted to make it sexier. I hope that this inspires you in making changes to the pattern. You don't have to make the same panties every day. Well, let's go back to our original design, and I'm going to my sewing machine and I'm gonna go sew the gusset. But as you can see, the machine is skipping a little bit of stitches, so I'm gonna use my tape. I made a video explaining this tape trick. You can watch it. I will leave the link down below so you can see it. And you know how I put the gusset, and I'm gonna sew it. So it's basically the same step that we always have done for panties. Now that I have all my panties prepared, if you want, you can just iron it a little bit. Now I'm gonna place the lace on top of what I have, and I will cut just one piece all together. Although I don't have too much material, still I try to place it strategically so the flowers look great. And of course, if you have more material, you can play around a little bit more. I cut then my pattern and I have it all there. And now is the time when I'm gonna decide which elastic I will use on the side. I think I will use the lace, and for that I will probably have to cut out a little bit of the gusset, but I will do it later if I found it that is still too big. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do is sew the sides using a zigzag stitch. I'm gonna make a zigzag stitch as well in the gusset, just to secure the two parts, but you really don't need to do that, but I feel more comfortable doing it. Then I will go to my serger machine and I'm going to serge that. I'm using this woolly lock thread that is very comfortable to the skin, but you really don't need to serge it. It's just that it will give you a more beautiful finish. This is what I have now, and I'm gonna measure now the lace. For this lace, because I don't need it too tight, I will just cut it more or less almost the same size as the side, just 1 inch shorter. And this is what I have until now. And now I have to prepare the elastic waistband. There are other ways to put it that probably looks better, but this is the easiest you can do. I'm measuring the waist and I will reduce around 2 inches from the waist, and then I will sew it at the back and I will cut the excess of seam allowance, and then I have like just a plain and flat waistband. Now is the time to see from where to where I need to sew the panties, because I have to put it with the panties. So I measured it and I put pins where the stream has to finish, and then I'm going to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew with the zigzag setting. Then I'm going to sew first the front and then the back. I place it in the center and I pin it, and then I'm going to the extreme and with my zigzag I sew it again. And that's it, guys. This is it. This is the panties that are done. And I wanted to put the little bow in the center, but I wanted to put something else, maybe this little flower or maybe a bead. Yeah, a bead look, yeah, that can look good. Yeah, I will sew it, and this is the result. As you can see, with the mesh inside, it looks, when you have it on, if it were transparent, but in fact it's not the skin that you are seeing, is the mesh underneath. And this is the result. These are together with the last week panties. You can watch this video when we as well modify the pattern to make something different. Let me know in the comments which design you like the most. And this is all for today. If you find this video useful, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe, share, comments. Bye!